10% of Midland students are performing on or above grade level math. Now, parents are calling on the district to make math achievement a top priority by being transparent with parents, providing tutoring and intervention programs, and building lasting math foundations across schools. Jumpstart Midland unveiled the campaign at last night's school board meeting, urging leaders to make math success add up for every student.
Our children are our future, and they're going to lead, the next generation. So the reason why they should care about it is because math is essential for anything that you do in this world. Even with just going to the bank, cashing your check, you need to know how to count it.
Board President Brandon Hodges looks forward to working with Jumpstart Midland, adding he's appreciative of Coleman presenting the campaign to the board. Well, tonight we're hearing from Judd Campbell, who is running for mayor against incumbent Lori Blong. Campbell tells us he believes the city government has to be more transparent. He claims Midland's debt is out of control. The budget has gone up by 30% since 2022, and taxes are increasing by the year. He says those trends need to change, and the way to do that is by listening to the people.
We want people to be able to speak their mind. We want to hear what citizens have to say and share that and address those concerns in a real, transparent, and effective way.
If you'd like to hear the full interview with Judd Campbell and Lori Blong, you can find both of them on our website at newswest9.com. UT Permian Basin celebrating a record-breaking milestone last night, raising more than $1 million for scholarships at their 4th annual scholarship ball. More than 90% of UTPB students are eligible for scholarships, and all the money raised will go directly to students. The university president says these funds will help students complete their degrees without financial stress. Battling mental illness can feel isolating, but you don't have to walk the path alone. That's what the Out of the Darkness Walk is all about. The annual walk is hosted by the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention to raise awareness and show support for those affected by suicide. The walk steps off tomorrow at Memorial Garden Park in Odessa, where the foundation will raise money, share stories, and honor loved ones, all to break the stigma around mental health. October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and the Odessa Police Department wants to show support for victims at their next Neighborhood Watch meeting. On Tuesday, October 28th, the department, along with the Crisis Center of West Texas, will host a discussion on how the community can better support victims and promote safety for everyone else. The meeting starts at 6 p.m. at the Police Department Training Facility. Well, tomorrow is National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, so head on over to these locations to drop off old or expired medication. They need to be disposed of safely instead of just tossed in the trash. Remember, you can't drop off needles, liquids, syringes, e-cigs, or vaping devices with batteries, and of course, illegal drugs. And a heads up to Midland homeowners, Midland Bible Church is hosting a county fair on Sunday from 4 to 7 p.m. So the city is closing down these streets in the neighborhood near the church. It's off Fairfield and Mockingbird. Well, it is week 8 of Game Time here in the Permian Basin. Ethan has a full roundup of all the touchdowns, upsets, and highlights from around the area. Ethan, what's standing out this week?
Well, Crystal, week 9 has a lot for us in store as we get the ball rolling right now with West Texas Game Time.
When it comes to high school football, there's no place like West Texas and no coverage like this. Welcome to Game Time West Texas. From Midland and Odessa to Abilene and San Angelo and everything in between. If it happens on the field, you'll see it here. It's Game Time West Texas, sponsored by Midland College.
Mic check, 1 2. Mic check, 1 2.
Number 12 with the tackle for the Rebels. Okay. Concho. Okay. Second down.
Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2.
Let's set it on fire. Let's set it on fire.
Game Time West Texas, sponsored by Midland College.
Watching those storms around West Texas took me back to week 1 of the season. But now that we are far into the season, these teams were able to weather the storm and battle on the gridiron. And I can accurately forecast a 100% chance of high-flying action for week 9 of West Texas Game Time. With 3 weeks left in the regular season, the Odessa High Broncos still have an opportunity to not only get into the win column, but make a run into the playoffs. As they take on Friendship, Broncos pulling out the playbook on the first play. Double handoff throw from Andrew Rodriguez, but it's broken up by Dominique Bradley. Tigers turn with the ball, and Braden Dunkerson is able to slip past a few tacklers and cross the goal line. Friendship takes the lead, but Odessa quickly responds. Philip Carrasco hits his man Alan Reyes, and he escapes down the field 40 yards to the house, but a missed extra point kept it 7-6. But Dunkerson is moving the ball on the ground again. He punched it in for the second time tonight for Friendship as they lead 40-6 in the middle of this game. Now coming up, we've got our big 3 games from West Texas, but here are some scores from around the area. Welcome back. The Greenwood Rangers are steamrolling through the 2025 season as the last undefeated team in the Permian Basin. But they got a district test tonight hosting Fort Stockton as Stephen Pepper is at J.M. King Memorial Stadium. Stephen, were the Panthers able to slow down this Greenwood team?
Greenwood Rangers take on the 5-3 Fort Stockton Panthers. And on the first play of the game, look out. Greenwood running back Nathaniel Romero takes his handoff 76 yards to the house. And off a missed Fort Stockton field goal, the Rangers look to blow this one open. Quarterback Lincoln Madrid rolls to his right and finds his man wide open, Dylan Payton, to make it 15-0. Panthers ball now and an early gotta-have-it third down for them. And quarterback Jerry Diaz looks around, finds nothing but Rangers defenders in the pocket. Lucky to get that one off. And oh no, the punt goes over Diego Ramos' head, which sets up the Rangers offense in prime real estate for a Dan Campbell-type decision on fourth down here. And why not? A receiving touchdown for Romero, doing it all in this one. Next Greenwood possession, and guess what? Another Payton touchdown. And his team would go into the locker room up 50-7 over Fort Stockton.
Thank you, Stephen. Fort Stockton needs a little help with that game, falling to 5-4 after losses back-to-back to Seminole and Greenwood. But Greenwood, 8-0, according to Dave Campbell's number 4 in the state. Those Rangers are rolling through this season as we head over into our next game, with it being week 9 of the high school football season. Most schools are in the heart of district play, but for Andrews and Big Spring, they are taking a page from the Black Eyed Peas. That looks like Greenwood and Fort Stockton again. So let's take a look at Andrews and Big Spring. This is the opening of district play for these two teams. Andrews looking to jump ahead, but it's Big Spring's number 8, Jacoby Lozano, picking off the Mustangs' number 8, Colin Kelly. Andrews comes up empty in the red zone, but it's the Mustangs' turn for a pick. Raider Harvey with the interception off of Marcus Rios. Andrews takes the ball right back, and the Mustangs capitalize on this trip to the red zone. Jayshawn Dubois works his way for the score. Mustangs up by 7. Steers respawn. No more QB sneaks. This is the age of the tush push. Rios is in to tie the game at 7 entering halftime, but it's Andrews that powers to a 28-20 victory. Ira Ann still in its search for its first district win. Why not the Pecos River rivalry against McCamey? And the night belongs to the Braves. Prater Schneeman connects with Christian Boutron for the TD. Ira Ann jumps on top. Later, Braves go to the ground game. Aiden Mendoza just crosses the white paint to double the lead. And the special teams went to work. Boutron finds the green grass, and he is gone. 75-yard house call for a kickoff return touchdown to make it a 20-point lead. Badgers would get on the board, but Ira Ann responds. Mendoza finds his way past the pylon for the second time tonight. And the Braves, they keep cruising. Schneeman with a dart to Boutron for his 3rd touchdown of the night, as Ira Ann is leading this one 72-27. And coming up, Wink continues its dominance in district play. But first, here are some more scores from tonight's action. Welcome back. There is no better rivalry than that between the cities of Midland and Odessa. So while Midland and Odessa are being faced, we got Permian versus Legacy. It's a rivalry game between two of the top teams in Class 6 from the Permian Basin. Corey McIntyre is at Astound Broadband Stadium for the fireworks between Permian and Midland Legacy as Corey takes us to Astound Broadband Stadium.
Thank you, Ethan. The game of the week did not disappoint by all means. Now, there's a reason why this rivalry is one of the best in the country. As I take a look at this scoreboard, Permian is up 48-41. What a shootout right here in the Astound Broadband Stadium. And they also have 8 minutes left on the clock. Now, whoever wins this game will have a pivotal piece in this district race. And now I'm going to show you how we got to this score of 48-41. Check it out. It is the 65th meeting between the Panthers and the Rebels, so let's jump right into the action. On the opening drive, J.P. Reyes finds Jabraylon Anders for a nice gain, but the Rebels will be forced to punt. After kicking it away, the Rebels get the ball right back with a pick from Joe Pacina. Now he will have a wave of maroon jerseys leading the way, and he will take it all the way in for the score. Now Rebels up 7-0. After the INT, Jacob Garcia is still letting it fly, and this completion right here to Casey Navarrete tells me that he's just getting started. What a dot. Now after landing in the red zone, Garcia will throw a beautiful dime to Caden Hernandez, and the Panthers tie it up at 7. Now on the very next drive, the Rebels work their way down the field, and Hayes Ham walks it in for 6. Rebels up 14-7. And guess who was loving it? Michael Myers. Who would have guessed it? But I don't think he's going to love this. Garcia and the Panthers back in the red zone, and he finds Hernandez again. Caden with some toe drag swag, and the Panthers tie it up at 14. Rebels looking to answer, but Reyes puts too much air under this throw, and then it's picked off by Nata Cardoza. And the Panthers are looking to hop in the driver's seat, and they do just that. Garcia loads one up down the field, and he finds Alex Cruz in the end zone for a huge touchdown. This game would continue to be back and forth, but the Panthers head into halftime with a score of 34-31. Now, as I said before we went to my package, it's 48-41, and Permian still has the ball on 3rd and 11. Now, for more coverage on this historic game, just tune back in. Well, not tune back in, but head over to newswest9.com for interviews, highlights, and so much more. We'll keep you updated on the final score, but man, this one is going to go down to the last snap. Ethan?
Wow, thank you, Corey. Nothing like a shootout in the Permian Basin, but the Wink Wildcats aren't unstoppable as they have 2 losses on the season, but if you're a district opponent, they might as well be Superman. Wink eyeing its 22nd straight district win against Sterling City, and here comes the Wildcats out the gate. Gunnar Voyle swings it out to Colt Lusby, and the freshman finds a sideline and is gone. Wink on top early. Next drive, Kamad Fashan sticks to his offensive line and barrels into the end zone. Wildcats doubled the lead. Rinse and repeat in the second quarter. Fashan goes untouched for another score. 2-point conversion makes it 22-zip Wink. But you can't forget about the other running back. Alec Berzoza weaves his way down the field 34 yards as an Eagle doesn't put a finger on him as Wink shuts down Sterling City 49-0. And after the break, we've got top plays from tonight's action. But here are some more scores from around the area. Welcome back. While some teams try to move up games to Thursday to avoid the storm, not all were lucky to play this Friday night. Midland High and San Angelo Central was postponed due to weather in San Angelo as the Bulldogs now take on the Bobcats at San Angelo Stadium on Saturday at 2 p.m. Now, we've had an action-packed night of football in Week 9 filled with lots of highlights, but these are the best of the best plays from around West Texas from Week 9 as we start with play number 1. We go to Greenwood. It was the first play of the game. Nathaniel Romero, 76 yards. Look at that stride. That is technique work right there. That's how you get your movement going. You're running faster. That is a great way to start a game, and that is a great first play to start our list from Greenwood's Nathaniel Romero as we look at play number 2. It takes us to Ira Ann. This was a kickoff return for a touchdown. Who doesn't love special teams? Christian Boutron, what a night for him, for Ira Ann against McCamey. That is 75 yards to the house. You get all the blocking right there and right here. Players going with them. They're not just watching, they are in the play as well. That is a team play, and that is play number 2 on the night. Let's look at play number 3. And we go to Odessa High. Alan Reyes with the escape from the pocket, 40 yards for the Broncos. It might not have been their night against Friendship, but this was still a good zip play right there from Cardozo to Philip Cardozo to Alan Reyes, as this is going to be our top plays for tonight. And make sure to vote for these plays by going to the Game Time tab on our website at newswest9.com to cast your vote, as we'll announce the play of the week winner on Thursday. And who are making these top plays? Well, the top athletes from tonight's action. But if you think there is a player that didn't get the limelight from us, let us know as Corey McIntyre will reveal our player of the week. Now that concludes week 9 of the high school football season. It's hard to believe that we only have 2 weeks left in the regular season after the storms took me back to week 1. But this is the time for teams to either go big or go home, as we'll have a spooky Halloween edition of West Texas Game Time right here at the same time, same channel. But this ends my time tonight. I'm Ethan Becker signing off for West Texas Game Time. Have a blessed weekend, everyone.